My name is Fatuma Kuso. My daughter, Zahra Adam Bule, the eldest of my 5 children, went missing Friday, May 26th. 12 days later, her husband of 18 years had been arrested and charged with the first degree of her murder. But I'm not here today to speak to you about the what, the when, the where, the how, the who, and the why of the criminal case. That I'm going to leave it to the criminal justice system for now, and hopefully justice will be served someday soon. But what I'm here to speak to you today about is how do you know you are in a domestic violent relationship? Before I give you how I think you would know is I am going to give you here disclaimer that I am not an expert in relationships. All I'm sharing with you is my personal experience with my daughter for the last 18 years she was in that relationship. And there are two ways that you would know this relationship is a violent relationship and you are suffering in domestic violence. You are on a train called domestic violence heading to the last stop called tragedy. So if you have loved ones, people who care about you, we're not talking about people that are there to gossip. We're not talking about people that just want to break you up, okay? People that care about you, your mother, your father, your parents, your guardians, your siblings, your cousins, your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors, people that care about you. Okay, if those people that care about you looking from outside in tell you this is an abusive relationship, you are an abused partner, then you should take that to heart and assess it. Do not just say, oh, you don't like him, because I heard that. My daughter, each time that I said this is not working, even though she knew I cared for her, she would tell me, Mom, I know you love me. I know you care for me. But she would say, Mom, you're just saying this because you don't like him, because he is not Somali. He is not from the same background, because he is older, because he has a child, because he is a convert. So those were her reasons. Some of it fed to her by him, and some of it were true. The fact that he was 9 years older than she was, I did not like, because she was only 18 years old. So 18 and 27, you could see there's a huge age gap, and he already had a child, and that I didn't like, and I was very clear on that. But I did not mind the fact that he was a convert, and I did not mind the fact that he was not Somali. He was a Muslim man, and that was okay. Do not say those things, even if you say it when the people tell you, because you get into your defensive mode, because you feel like I'm not stupid to be in this relationship, or people would think I'm stupid if I'm in such a terrible relationship, so I'm not gonna admit to. If that's your reaction when people are there, please sit with yourself when nobody is there, when it's silent, okay, and think about it. These people looking from outside in, are they telling you this because they care for you, or are they telling you this because they are just trying to destroy this good relationship you're in? And if you can really sit with yourself alone, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I think they are onto something. I think they're just telling me this because they know I am in a terrible situation. So that is the first thing. The second thing is, if you notice, usually domestically violent relationship is somebody that needs power and control over somebody else, okay? And the power, it's not like you married this person and tomorrow they're hitting you upside the head. It's not like that. Or if you are somebody who dates traditionally, it's not like you go 4 or 5 days and they start beating you up. That's not how it works, in my opinion. This goes on and comes at you gradually. Okay, so the first is the person who tries to control your person, that will say, you can't dress like this. This dress is too tight. This dress is this. For example, I could be wearing this green, is it green? Green head scarf, and somebody could say, this is too bright. It gets other people's attention. I don't think you should wear it. I don't think it's a good idea for you to wear it. That's one way of putting. But if somebody says to you, you cannot wear this, you should not wear this, go change it because it's too bright, getting people's attention. If somebody told you who you can and cannot associate with, what events you can and cannot go to. If you cannot go to your brother's graduation or your friend's wedding, or you can't go have coffee or tea with a friend, or you can participate in a work function, all of that is control. So if you are here and the person is here, as long as you are okay with this type of control of your person, whatever the excuse is, I care about you, I'm worried about your safety, this is not how our people from our religion dress, and all of the above, then you are good. The person is very happy with you, and this relationship works, loving, with flowers and nice dinners and everything else. But as soon as you get resistant to this idea of control and you try to push back on it, then the person has to apply more pressure by pushing down. So if they told you, no, you cannot go and have coffee with your friend, and you say, yes, I'm going to have coffee with my friend, and then they say, okay, I am going to take the car key from you, you won't be able to use the car. Now if you say, okay, if I can't use the car keys, then I'm going to stay, then not using the car key is the next level of that control. And if you are going to chat with friends on your phone and they take your phone, or they take the battery out of the phone, or they break the phone, damage the phone, shut the phone down, whatever, and you said, okay, if you have my phone, then I'm not going to talk to my friend, not talk to my sister, not talk to my parents. And so that will kind of like, here you are now. So they brought you back down and you're here. And let's say after a while you get tired of somebody telling you you cannot use the car to go here. And if they take the keys and they say you cannot use the car, then you say, okay, then I'm going to walk to a friend's house, or I'm going to walk to the coffee shop, or I'm going to take public transit. I don't need your car. Or if they say you can't use the phone, and you say to call somebody or to connect with the person you were going to meet, and you say, okay, keep the phone, I'm going to knock at the next door's neighbor and use their phone to contact my friend. So now they lost the power to control you with things. So the first was your person, second is things, okay? And the third thing that they're going to try and control you with now is getting into your space and physically trying to stop you. So if you say, okay, then I'm going to go take the bus, then they're going to stand at the door and say, you cannot leave. And they're trying to physically keep you in the house. So if you said, okay, I'm going to stay, then if you're going to stand by the door, now that control of physically keeping you in the house worked. But then if you after a while get resistant to keeping you physically there, and you're going to wait and you're going to leave as soon as the person uses the bathroom, that means they have to apply to another pressure to maintain this power to stay above you. And that's where the physical violence and the hitting and the name calling and pushing and shoving, that's when it starts. And you know now how many stops of this train have you been on, and now you're headed to the last stop called tragedy. So the two ways to know is if people who care about you, looking from outside in, are telling you this is what we notice, it's time for you to take that to heart and sit with yourself and try and come up with a strategy to get out. Second thing is, if you notice without even anybody telling you, there is a progression in this need for control, moving from just telling you, oh, I don't think that looks good on you, go change it, or that looks stupid on you, go change it, or this will attract attention, go change it. And you see the gradually the need for power drives this person to do more and more and more awful things, then you know this is not going anywhere good. And those are your signs to prepare yourself to get out of this relationship before it's too late, before you get to the final destination, final stop of this train called domestic violence, which I call tragedy. Unfortunately, that is how long my daughter had stayed on this horrible train, where she ended up in that last stop called tragedy. And until next time, stay safe and take care of each other. Thank you.